This is Captain Paul Brawley with Fish Finder Guide Service, and we are going to start out today on the south side of the JFK. We're going to be looking at this area right in here that has this Y channel and all of these little channels all in this area right here. So right now we have southeast winds that are building up to the next norther. It's supposed to get a little bit chilly and then it's going to calm down quite a bit. So as these southeast winds crank, the temperatures rise, you're going to be concentrating your efforts out in the flats that are all around these channels, just anywhere around these channels in the flats. This particular area here and here right now has black drum, redfish, and speckled trout. All of those are being caught on shrimp and popping cork. I do about a 15-inch drop with a number 3 Kel hook, hooking the live shrimp through the horn. And all of those flats are a little bit deeper flats. They're going to be in the range of 2 to 4 foot. And then your channels, of course, are the 5, 6, 7 foot range. Right through here, do take a note that there is underwater bridge pylons that run through the Laguna right on that line. So anytime you're around those bridge pylons, please be careful. But that area right there seems to have your black drum mainly, scattered reds, and quite a few nice trout right in there. So what we're going to do is just make drifts and just keep popping them corks. All right, we're going to be moving to the south side of the CP&L channel, which is this channel that runs towards the CP&L right through here. So right now you're going to be looking in this flat in this big area right here. A little bit off of this drop, you're going to come about 200 to 300 yards up on the flat, and you're going to be making drifts towards this drop out here. You're going to be targeting redfish and speckled trout. That would be if it was a southeast day. Of course, a north or northeast day, you're going to be blowing back in this direction, but both works. You're going to be looking in there. You're going to use shrimp and corks, 15-inch drop once again, and you're going to be using live shrimp on a number 3 Kel hook. Just making long drifts. These drifts probably are good 30-minute drifts. If you get about midway out here in this drop in this middle line and you're fishing back towards the drop, the drifts can be up to 30 minutes long. You're looking for speckled trout, redfish. You may catch a black drum or two, but it seems like the drums are more concentrated a little bit north of there. But this area could be good for trout and reds, so you might check into that. Let's come over here into Nighthawk, and we're going to be looking in this area right in here, whether it be a southeast wind or a north wind or a southeast wind blowing you back this way. These drifts are a lot smaller. You're going to be going through there with shrimp and corks. You're looking for redfish mainly. You may get some trout, but out in this dead middle right here, there seems to be redfish on popping corks and shrimp using typically the same method. All right, I'll talk to my wade fishermen for a minute. Let's look at this area right here in Sulphur. All this area right here. Depending on your wind direction, you're going to have southeast for a couple of days. Towards this weekend, you're going to have a little bit of a norther this weekend, and it's going to turn back around for the following week back out of the southeast. So depending on which way the wind's blowing, we'll work through here on southeast or on north back this way. You're going to be staying about in the dead middle of Sulphur and working your way towards these islands on the north, or over here working your way towards the tip of Sulphur. Through there, you're going to be looking for redfish, and you're going to be throwing either down south lures. You can throw bass assassins. Norton sand eels are working real well. Berkeley power baits. I always stick to lighter colors on the brighter days and darker colors on the darker days. So if it's real cloudy and dark outside, you might try a purple or a red. If it is a lighter day, real sunny, you might try a glow or a like a nice hot pink or white. Any of those type colors are going to work out. Chartreuse. Anyway, those areas there, or anywhere in that sulfur zone, you're just going to pick a wade and just start wading, throwing your lures, and you should run across some redfish through there. All right, next we're going to move a little north of the JFK Causeway. We're going to be looking in the bolt hole area. We're going to be looking at all of these flats here, here, and right here. All of those flats you can make drifts through, depending on your wind direction. If it's north, you're going to be drifting, from this side back this way. If it's south, you're going to be drifting from this side back this way. But all of those flats right now are holding redfish, scattered trout, and scattered black drum. I would just make long drifts. You're going to be going through flats, humps, cross channels, and then there's just a whole lot of variation in the bottom through there. And so you'll be able to pick up different species. The reds are going to be more shallow, and as you get closer to the channels and the deeper spots, you'll be picking up some trout. The further you go towards the west in here, the more black drums you're going to be picking up. But we're just going to kind of stick to that same method, making long drifts, using the pop and cork and shrimp, 15-inch drop, number 3 Kel hook with a live shrimp hooked to the horn. All that area right there will be holding your redfish mainly, trout scattered, and then to the west, from about Humble west, you'll be finding your black drum. Anyway, y'all be courteous to each other. Be safe out there, and good luck. Catch some fish.